Do you always wonder why the same people are always on the podium? Is it something they're doing? Is it something you're doing? Now this video here is going to help you get up onto that podium. This will go through the dry lines and the wet lines, what is correct, what is wrong, and a breakdown of what it means when someone says to you, hit that apex, use a wet line. Get ready to watch and enjoy. Here we go. So this video is going to break down hairpins, right angle corners, double hairpins, and a vast amount of other things. It's going to show you what you're doing wrong and what you can do to improve it. It's also going to show you wet lines, what they mean, and exactly what we need you to do to make the most of racing in the rain. The first clip I've got is of a hairpin. Now I'm going to show you at full speed, and I'm going to show it slowed down, and then I'm going to show it again in full speed. So nice wide entry, hit the apex, open out the steering and run out wide. So this is in slow motion now for you. Onto the maximum left hand side of the track as we can do to open up our angle. We've done our braking. We then turn in and we want to hit the apex. The apex is the optimal corner point, right in the middle. So you can see there, that is the apex. So once we've hit that, we're now going to be drifting back out wide again on the throttle, maintaining and accelerating as much speed as possible. This will guarantee to make you faster if you can follow those 3 easy things for a hairpin, which every single kart track has. So on to a second type of corner, which will make you drive a go-kart faster. It's a right angle corner. These typically don't have any braking points. You want to get in and you want to get out as fast as you can. That way you maintain your speed and guarantee to catch the faster drivers ahead of you. So this video shows you 2 examples of this. So you want to turn in, you want to hit that apex. That way you're doing the least amount of steering as possible. Every single turn you do on the steering wheel will slow you down. This is all about being smooth with the minimum amount of steering angle possible. So you want to start into the corner as wide as possible. You want to look ahead. You can see my crash arm is pointing. You want to look ahead and point towards the apex. This is once again the optimal place. Remember, as minimum steering as possible. Open out it. Very little correction. Maintain your speed and get going onto the next corner. Now I know you guys have already subscribed to my channel. You've already hit that like button just so you're up to date with all the next videos I've got coming up. The third and final corner I've got on this guide is a double hairpin. This is where you've got the hairpin left and then a hairpin right quickly after it, so you need to make sure your car is positioned spot on to do this. This will involve hitting 2 apexes, swinging from one side of the track to the other, and basically just nailing the next corner so you know you're driving as fast as you can to get onto that podium. So as you come up to this sequence of corners, you want to make sure you're on the utmost outside of the track. You want to turn in and you want to make sure you hit that apex. Once you've hit that apex, you then want to drift out wide. You want to maintain the speed as much as you can, and then you've got to look ahead for the next corner. This will usually involve swinging back across the track to open up and get that wide entry for the next corner. That is critical. Going from one side to the other side of the track, use as much width as you can to be as fast as you can through the corner. Once you've done that, you can concentrate on hitting the apex and then once again opening up the steering, maintaining speed and driving onto the next corner flat out as fast as you can and on your way to the podium. Now that's the video done for the 3 most common lines and corners you will find at any kart track. Now we'll move on to a slightly more advanced bit, the wet weather driving. That is really what sorts the people out between a good karter and a bad karter. Karting in the wet is where you can make the most amount of difference. Now, if you don't know the wet line, that is basically staying off the normal dry rubbered line. Rubber mixed with water is like ice. So you can see here, staying off the traditional dry line, which means I'm staying off the rubber as much as I can, opening out the corners and maintaining as much speed as possible. That is key to rental karting in the wet conditions. So as you can see here, I am drifting out wide. So as you can see here, the racing line and the wet line are massively different. So there's the dry line. That's what line I will be taking normally in the dry. But because it's wet, I want to stay off the rubber which generates on the dry line. I want to avoid that, and I want to maintain speed. Staying off the rubber gives you traction. Then want to swing over to the other side of the track, and once again, as you can see, the white dotted line is a wet line. Stay off the dry line, which I'm pointing out here. This is where you usually be going. Now I'm going to be running a lot wider wet line. Staying off the rubber once again. Firing it as quickly and as confidently as I can. This here will help you on all sorts of tracks. No matter what shape the corner is, that is what you need to do. You have the dry line again, and you have the wet line. Very different, very important to remember that, and that will help you get your podium which you want. If you stuck around this long, congratulations, you're heading to the podium. Thank you for watching this. Give me a like and subscribe if you think it's helped. Remember to check in because I have tons of videos in the pipeline and I have tons of videos already on my channel. Best of luck.